Hey guys, welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Books for December. And this is going to be an interesting one. It's chock full of stuff. I got a whole bunch of things to talk about, including how I almost got arrested and how that's going to affect things going forward, how what's going on with the channel, what's been happening. I have news of stuff that's coming up. I have my TBR. I have my dog, who, of course, as soon as I start filming, is telling me he needs to go out. One moment, please. Sorry, the dogs go first. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that. You don't know this because I haven't talked about it, but for some reason, if in the morning I sit down to film, he always immediately runs up and asks to go to the bathroom while I'm filming. My dog Loki is living up to his name. In any case, sorry. So yeah, I have a whole bunch of things to talk about, including what's been happening. So let's start there. I will explain to you now. If you've been part of the channel, if you've been around some of my videos, you know that I've been going through a little bit over the last month, and there's been a lot going on. I was going through some mental health issues, and some of it related to a lot of things that were happening and has been happening over the last year of my life. I'm not getting into too much personal detail. I've had some family issues and aside like that, and nothing over the top, just enough to kind of make me depressed. Also, and if you've been paying attention to the channel, if you've been around, I've talked about my friend who went into the hospital for a heart replacement. He's kind of come out. He didn't want me to talk about who he was, but he's come out and kind of admitted publicly what was going on. My buddy Jim, he did go to New York City for more than 3 months and had a heart transplant. And he's younger than me, so that makes me very worried considering I have heart problems that run in my family. He had a successful heart transplant. He came back, and we thought things were going to get better. Unfortunately, he developed a problem where his kidneys are now failing, and he's back in the hospital, and he's going to need a kidney transplant as well. This is very, very hard on him. I cannot believe how strong he's being. He's amazing. I never realized how tough he was until he had to be, and he's doing it with such an uplifted kind of attitude. It's amazing. So yeah, he does watch my videos, so maybe in the comments, give him a shout out, give him a hey. Yeah, he's going through a really, really rough time, and he's fighting, and he actually may write a book about it, and if he does, you'll definitely hear about it here first. He's had quite an experience over the last while, and it isn't over quite yet, but yeah, something that's been going on in my life, like I said, along with some regular family issues. You want to hear about my near arrest? Because that's going to play into something else. So there's a stretch of road where I live that looks like expressway. It's like 10 miles long, flat, straight, no lights, no stop sign, just huge, long center road. Unfortunately, they have it listed as a residential, and there's a spot where it goes from 45 to 35 like instantly as you hit this one section, but it's still this continuing road. So I was doing 50 in the 45, and just as I was about to cross over into the 35 zone, my dashboard lit up. Something happened with one of my tires. So I just had to replace a tire that went flat, that I ran over a razor blade in the bank parking lot, and it cost me like $300 out of nowhere. So now it happened again. Now my dashboard, like I said, lit up, and as I was crossing in this lane, it's kind of surprised me. As I was crossing over into this new speed limit, it kind of surprised me. So I leaned back and tensed to look at what the hell was going on, and I hit the gas instead of the brake, and ended up speeding up, going over into the 35, right where a cop was sitting, hiding in a parking lot, and tagged me. So he pulls out after me, but I'm in this spot where I was in the left lane. There was nowhere to go. So what I did was I pulled and turned into a side street so I could pull over. And he was not happy about that. He was very upset that I didn't pull over immediately, even though I had nowhere to pull over. And he tagged me at 21 over, 21, and that one makes a huge difference because that's extra 2 points on your license. And not only is in New York State, is it not only an extra fine, but you're fined for 3 straight years. You have to pay a dangerous driver tax for $100 a year on top of that plus your insurance goes up. So he was very adamant about. I showed him the dashboard. He could see my dashboard lights were up. He see that it says that I had tire damage warning, and I tried to explain what happened. He didn't care. He had no care. So I have a court case coming up, and he's mad because he's trying to say I was fleeing, and I wasn't. It was literally about 100 yards that so I could pull over into a side street. And so I have that court case coming up in February. Now that leads me to another thing that takes up my time, and that would be I actually have a business, and I don't talk about it much because I don't want to push things on the channel. But I actually have a geeky T-shirt and mugs and sticker company called geekslovedogs.com. I also have sites on Etsy and Redbubble and another one. My Etsy site really needs to be updated. It isn't, so a lot of the stuff has fallen off and isn't there for sale yet. I have to go update that. If you were so inclined being Christmas season, I don't want money from anybody if you'd like, but if you'd like some cool T-shirts, mugs, or stickers, that might help me out because I'm going about to have about a $1,000 fine total if I don't go to jail in February. But yeah, so this is one of the T-shirts that I actually made that I sell. That is my Secret to Zen statement on here. I have T-shirts from that promote the channel, and then just a whole bunch of geeky nonsense. Like I said, I have an Etsy channel that I need to update, an Etsy store. They all sell kind of different things at a Redbubble store. They're actually linked kind of below, at least my store and the Etsy is. Give me time to update the Etsy store though. But if you'd be so inclined and would like to buy some geeky T-shirts or mugs or stickers for your friends or yourself around being Christmas time, it might help me out right now. I'm kind of in a bad place with that. I don't talk about my store. I don't talk about my business, and there's something else involved in that. But so if you're interested, go help. Sorry, I didn't want to bring that up, but it's kind of like right now it may need to be helpful. But it's just saying that's something else that takes up my time, so I don't always get everything I need to do. Also, I have a second channel, which I did upload 2 videos this morning. I don't give it a lot of love. It's a tabletop board gaming channel. Geeks Love Dogs, tabletop gaming. It's role-playing games, 2-player and solo games, war games, that kind of thing. If you're interested, you can check out that channel. I've only got like 42 subscribers, and I only upload like once a month. And I don't really promote it or anything. I just kind of do it for fun. But if you're interested in that kind of thing, there's a channel for that. So that takes up a little bit of my time. Not as much as it should. And then, of course, there's work. I do have a full-time job, and I work really weird hours. And so my wife works A shift, my son works B shift, and I work C shift. I work overnights. So there's always, a problem with people coming and going where I don't get a lot of time to film and a lot of chance to film. So things kind of get messed up. And this month has been kind of crazy. Thanksgiving it didn't used to be. I've been doing hotels overnight for like 20 years now, and things have gotten way crazier since COVID ended as far as how busy hotels are, especially around holidays with family travelers. And most of the time I deal with doctors and business people, but on holidays I deal with families, and half full with families is twice as busy as sold out with business people. They don't seem to be as coordinated and set into what they need and what to do. If you guys ever interested in secrets about the hotel, I could do a hotel video sometime and tell you some of the secrets that you might need for travel, some of the best ways to do things, the stuff that goes on behind the scenes without giving any company secrets away. I wouldn't do that. I actually really work for a good company now. I've worked for a lot of crappy ones. I have a great boss. I have great people around me. I work for a great company. I'm so happy to have been asked to come over and work for them. But in any case, all this has been conspired to get me way behind on everything. And I apologize for that, and hoping I'm going to get my ducks in a row. And also, the other thing that I've been doing is working on stuff for the future of the channel. Now, the channel is only about 10 months old in its current form, give or take, maybe a little less. And so I've been experimenting a lot and working towards the beginning of 2026 to kind of streamline things. So there's a lot of stuff coming up in 2026 that's going to change on the channel in a positive way, more streamlined, better. It's going to make the channel better. Nothing extreme in the sense that it's going to take away. Just a way to make it easier and more fun, hopefully. Since I have some announcements regarding that. So one of the other announcements would be that yes, I did pass 1,000 subscribers, and not only that, but I passed 5,000 hours of watch time, which isn't bad for less than a year because you need 4,000 to be monetized. But I'm still not monetizing. I'm still not going to. I don't think it's fair for me to, for where I'm at, to make you sit through commercials so I can make $2 here and there. So I'm not monetizing. It's something I may revisit in the future if the channel keeps going in a positive direction. But for now, I'm not monetizing. So that's why my stores might be helpful. Sorry, I don't mean to bring it up again. That's not something I want to talk about in the channel. But in this case, it might help me a little. Also, with that, I wanted to do something where I wanted to do a giveaway. I've been, people have joked with me about doing giveaways and stuff, and I had planned to do this giveaway with stuff from my store and books and stuff like that. Oh, speaking of, if you want to go to the store, for anybody watching this video, Geek Love, 15% off. Use that code, okay? GEEKLOVE, one word. Okay, if you want a 15% off. Shh. Just between us, though. Only if you're watching the videos. So yeah, I wanted to do this giveaway for the channel, but the position I'm in now, I don't think I'm going to be able to do what I wanted. I'm going to see what I can manage going forward. I'm going to try and do something. Like I said, I wanted to do a giveaway. I wanted to do something for the channel. I don't know if that's going to be able to happen. I was thinking about doing a Q&A. I've mentioned that before. If anybody's interested in doing a Q&A with me, put that in the messages below and let me know if you want to do a Q&A, and I will do a Q&A video where I can answer a bunch of personal questions where I make myself look even worse than I do now. But more channel news. So going forward, I'm going to, like I said, I have a bunch of things that I've been working on. One of the things I've been working on is I was supposed to start doing lives back in September. It did not work out. But I will be doing lives. I am set up to go. And starting this month in December, there will be lives. I'm going to try and do this in 2 different ways. I am going to try and do lives where it's me and maybe another person that I can interview, other booktubers. But I've also had authors who have told me that they're willing to come on the channel. So I'm working out details with some people to be on the channel, who, authors to appear. Hopefully at some point that'll be going forward in like 2026, something that becomes a regular feature, along with interviewing and talking with other booktubers. So that's something that's going to be happening. So there will be lives, and I'm doing that because I really want to be able to interact with. That was my dream to start with. That's why I worked so hard to get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel. It's because I wanted to have a base that I could do lives with, so I could interact with people, so I could talk with people. So I wanted to have that exchange, not just talk at you and then to get some comments, but have the opportunity to speak, in real time back and forth with you. So, like I said, that will be coming with, probably I'm going to invite other booktubers on, hopefully smaller ones that we can help each other, and as well as I have authors who have already said they're going to be willing to come on and and talk with me. So that's exciting. And also with lives, I'm working on a project with a couple other booktubers to do like a book club style video, hopefully at least once a month. More details on that when it comes up. That is in the planning stages. I have a couple other booktubers who have agreed to do it and who are interested. There's a possibility of that. The first one could be in a couple weeks. I will give you details on that, and I'm really, really excited, and I really hope you'll join me, because this is why I'm doing this channel, is to be able to have these experiences. And so I would appreciate it greatly if you guys showed up, and I would love it. I would love it, because that's why I'm doing this, is to have that kind of fun and interaction. And I keep saying the same things and I'm babbling, and I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah, that will be coming up on the channel. That's part of the 2026 future of the channel. You guys are kind of making me, by bringing me to over 1,000, you've kind of made me want to take it even more seriously, because if that many people are willing to engage and spend time with me, then I should give it the effort it deserves. Now, it's something I've talked about with 2026 before, is that I'm going to do. I talked about doing the White Squab series where I was going to read through all 24 of the Western smut books and do videos reporting through the entire series. This is something that I've been looking to do and extend beyond that. This is something that I'm hoping will be part of the channel in the future, where I read a series and do a segment where I talk about that series and read through. I have other books that I'm lined up that hopefully will work. I have the entire Leslie Charteris The Saint series. I'm a big fan of The Saint, Simon Templar, due mostly to the Roger Moore TV series. But any of you who were former gamers, used to game with me when I was a gamer, you know that my tag, The Saint, came from Simon Templar. So yeah, that was my gaming tag. One of my gaming tags anyway. And I have other series lined up for that. The Sax Rohmer Fu Manchu series, Tarzan, and a few other things. So, look forward to that. That'll be a regular thing going forward if people enjoy it on the channel. But I'm going to start in January with the White Squaw Western Smut series, because everybody thought it'd be funny to see me talk about smut. That should be fun, and probably not safe for work, so keep that in mind. So that is coming up in 2026. I'm going to also be focusing more on the Ink and Ammo series, the more action, adventure, and pulp stuff. You're going to get more of that. I kind of was like testing the waters with it, and a lot of people seem to enjoy it. So that will be coming up. So that is kind of the future of the channel over length. I did make a few videos. I just put up another video for my 5 random recommendations, my book recommendations. So it just went up last week. Check it out if you're interested. I have 3 of those up now where I talk about, give you 5 book recommendations, books I think you might enjoy based on what what my tastes are, maybe not. But either way, they're fun reads. This will be a series that I continue if people like it. Last one didn't do so well, but we're going to see how it goes in the future. I did post another video that kind of was a bit controversial. And I want to say right up front, this is not something I want to do regularly. It's not even something I want to do. But I'm an angry, grumpy old man. And there are times when I need to yell at people on my lawn and the clouds going by and give my opinion. I am trying hard not to do it. And I'm not going to do it. It's a regular thing. But I can't say that I won't have something else to be mad about in the future. I'm going to try not to do it. I really am, because I don't want that to be what the channel's about. But it might show up on a rare occasion. We'll see. It depends how mad I get. Also, it is ridiculous that every time I sit down to make videos, I start coughing. I don't know if it's the dry air, the heat being on, the weather, the allergies, or what. But I apologize. I have to keep cutting away because I have to stop and cough. It's insanity. And then coming up on the channel, I have a bunch of reviews that I owe you guys. I have a bunch of stuff that I got behind on because of everything I've been talking about. I have to get caught up. I'm a little more motivated. I'm in a better headspace now. Hopefully, things will not be crazy and I can get them done. I have a bunch of reviews that I need to get done, plus some other ideas I have of videos coming up. This time I'm doing the good, the bad, and the books. At the beginning of the month, last month I did it like a third of the way through the month, and I was already behind, and so everything's getting pushed, and I apologize for that. But hopefully we're back on track. And this month coming up, you should get 2 book hauls. One regular book haul, and then one, I haven't done a vintage paperback, used bookstore book haul. I owe one of those. I have a few more of those coming up over the next couple months. I should have been done this month with those, but everything kind of got pushed back. So you'll get 2 book hauls this month. One regular one and one that's paperback used books. I probably will have a few more of those. I thought they'd be done. Sorry. If you like them, I'm not sorry. Enjoy. So like I said, do have reviews coming up. I owe you a bunch of reviews, and I'm behind on the books. I am currently reading Michael R. Fletcher's advanced reader copy he sent me of Dogged. He did a cover reveal for it. If I have it, I'll put it up here. I believe I have it. And I'm reading that, and that will be a review that comes out before his book comes out. It comes out the second week of December, so that you'll see that then. I'm telling you, so far I'm enjoying it. About a little past halfway through. Like I said, behind. So look forward to that. I'm more fantasy this month than I've read in a long time, just because of how circumstances worked out. I am reading a Duncan Hamilton series. It's kind of it's a trilogy. It's kind of standard fantasy with a bit of Viking, vein of Viking Northman kind of thing through it. So that I'm on the third book of that, and I'll do a quick review, nothing too in depth on that. It's when I'm finished at it. I'm also, like I said, working. I'm behind on The Last Emperor, Book 2 in 1-800 Starship by J.N. Chaney. I should be done with Dogged and this month. I got way behind. Again, I'm going to keep saying I'm sorry. Don't tell me I don't have to apologize. It's just I'm comfortable doing it. It makes me feel better. So, yeah, so Dogged and this will be reviews that should be coming up hopefully next week. I have reviews coming up this week that I'm late on for my werewolf project. I have reviews that are late coming up from my Ink and Ammo project. I have reviews coming up that I'm late for on another horror project. Those will be coming. I've been saying that. Sorry. So the books that I got that got pushed back that I'm going to be doing going into the month is I'm still going to working on my Ink and Ammo for next month, and I have to read these. I'll probably read these next week. So that'll be after that we'll get an Ink and Ammo review of Jungle Hunter and Inner World Adventure, some nice pulp stuff. And I still have to read my next werewolf book, which I promised this month, but like I said, I didn't even start the month until it was like 11 days in, so I was way behind, and then Thanksgiving. So I'm going to get caught up, I swear. So yeah, Wild Blood will be by Nancy A. Collins will be, but then still is the next werewolf books coming up. It shouldn't take me long to read these. I should be able to get through as long as I'm focusing. I should be able to get through really quick. But the next Ink and Ammo for the TBR, I'm going to give you add to the TBR for December. I had done at the beginning of my TBR or my Ink and Ammo segment. I had talked about Jim Baird's DC Jones book, which was fun pulp based on his love of the G.I. Joe figures. So DC Jones, Adventure Command International. I had done a Ink and Ammo on this. Go and check it out because it's good stuff. It's fun. But I have been in contact with Jim Baird, the author himself, and he was kind enough because I wanted to do a review of the whole series. And he said, all right, well, if you want to do it, I will send you some stuff. So he sent me the rest of the series. So the next Ink and Ammo that coming up when I'm done with that, which should be done before the end of December, will be the rest of that series, which will be books 2, 3, and 4 from the G.C. Jones series, Rescue at the Arctic Outpost, Assault on Mummy Mountain, and DC Jones and Adventure Command Control Your TV Set. I said these are based off of his love as a kid of the G.I. Joe figures, and the first one was so much fun, and I thought it'd get better, and now I have the opportunity to find out. He also sent me audiobooks of the first two, which have a little extra in them because in between the stories, they have, he says, toy commercials. So that should be fun. So I'm gonna read them and listen to them. So that'll should be up before. You should get a double Ink and Ammo books with a body count, pulp adventure action fun before the end of the month. He also sent me this book, which I did not know about, and it looks like a Star Wars kind of book. Trouble in Trouble. Trouble Swift in the Solar Symphony. And I definitely will read that as well. I'm going to check it out. So that is coming. So you have a bunch of reviews coming. You have a bunch of lives that are going to start soon. I don't know how soon, but it will be this month. The latest, probably 2 weeks, maybe sooner. I was able to get it set up. I want to say right now, I've been struggling with it, and I wasn't able to get it set up. I want to say thank you to Jeff over at Jeff's Cave of Cool Books, who on Saturday night from Japan called and worked with me to make sure it was set up right. And Jeff, if you don't know, Jeff is an amazing human being. He is the kind of guy you want as your friend. He is too nice for his own good. Sometimes, I swear. He's the nicest guy. He deserves your attention. Go check out his channel. And thank you, Jeff, for helping me out. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. 'Cause, like I said, I've wanted to do this for so very long. So, yeah, that's what's coming up in the show. I have a couple other things. That's not all. I just don't want to overload myself with stuff again and not being able to catch up. I should be able to catch up on this before the end of December. I have a couple other videos I'm working on, just fun, random stuff. So if there's anything you want, if there's anything you want to see, I need your feedback. So give me your feedback. One, you're interested in the Q&A. Let me know, and that's something that that I will do if people enough are interested. Second, if you have any ideas for lives and anybody who wants to communicate with me about doing a live with me, let me know. Also, like I said, do check out my store. I don't like asking. I don't want to do ads. That's why I'm not monetizing. I'm not that guy. This isn't about the money. But you can not only help me, but you can get yourself something cool for Christmas from the store. If for your friends, check it out. Sorry to mention again, but like I said, 15% off with Geek Love. I feel so stupid doing this. I feel cheap. I apologize. Also, I have another idea for a video. And I'm going to reach out first to other Booktube creators and then viewers, if subscribers only. So, Booktubers, other Booktubers, I want to do a video. My channel is called Geeks Love Dogs. I want to do a segment called, sorry about that, I want to do a segment that is the dogs of Booktube. I want to know what people think. I haven't set this up yet, but it's something I've been working on and planning, where I do a segment where I can do like maybe once a month. I can have a few Booktubers to start with who share videos, their 15, 30-second videos of them with their dogs, if they want to send them to me, and we'll do a video of that, featuring the Booktubers and their animals. Now, I say dogs, but if you don't have a dog, if you have a bird or a cat or a fish or whatever, and you want to, I'm not opposed to it. It'll just be focused on dogs. But if you want something if you're a viewer and you want to see something like that, let me know. If you're a Booktuber and want me to, show you, feature you and your pet, it's something I want to do because I do love animals. That's why I named my channel after that. That's why I love absolutely my dogs are hugely important to me, and other people's dogs are hugely important to me. It's one of the reasons I went to work at a hotel that has a pet policy where I can play with everybody's dogs. But if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Reach out to me. My email is in the description. If you're a Booktuber who wants to send me a real short video and have me play it as part of a segment, and you're interested in that, let me know. If you're a viewer who'd like to see that, let me know. Once we get through a couple Booktubers, I'm going to do it I'll do it for subscribers if people are interested. So if you are a subscriber and you'd like me to show you and your pet, or just your pet if it's subscribers. Booktubers, you have to put yourself in it. But if you're a subscriber, you can just show some of your pet. If you don't want to be in the video, that's fair. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. The dogs of Booktube. But like I said, other pets are allowed. It's just going to feature dogs. So these are some of the things that are happening on the channel going forward. I told you it was a bunch of stuff. So you got my TBR. You got what's coming up in the videos for me. I said I have a bunch of videos coming up that I want to work on other than the reviews and such. I want to do a video featuring some of the things I love. So I'm working on videos for my love of Firefly. So I talked about Firefly. I want to do one for The Thing that was supposed to be out and kind of got sidetracked, where I talk about the books the short stories that led up to The Thing and the Thing franchise, because those are a couple of my favorite things. I'll go through the movies and such. I have a bunch of other projects, including, like I said, the Robert E. Howard and other Weird Tales authors that I'm going to kind of feed into. This is all coming up, from December into 2026 and beyond. This is where I'm featuring the channel to go. So that's why I'm letting you know. This is a news update on the channel. And like I said, I'm including some of that starting in December, not just after 2026. So you'll know what to expect. Anyway, yeah, so please subscribe. If you haven't already, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your patience over the last month or so when I've been dealing with a whole bunch of issues, personal issues, and I got behind. I appreciate that you stayed. I appreciate that you cared and told me not to worry about it. I can't tell you how much that means to me. Thank you for those of you who are still here through my problems, which hopefully I'm through now. Yay! But yeah, subscribe and talk to me. Let me know what you think about some of those or any of the things I mentioned. And, you know, remember the secret to Zen. Read books, pet dogs, listen to metal, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. I might have a new video sooner than you think, too. Bye.